Not a lot of veterans decide that they are going to separate from service and then begin a 12-year academic pursuit to become a practicing physician. I joined the Army because of the attacks of 9/11. I spent 10 years as a Special Operations Combat Medic in the 3rd Ranger Battalion, the highest echelon of medicine that exists inside the military. The motivation to leave the military and start this pursuit and a career in medicine actually happened after I was no longer deployed. I had a number of losses of my friends to suicide. Because they were unable to get adequate health care, I realized that I had lost more friends to suicide than I did in the combat theater, and because of that I decided that I was going to leave the military and pursue my own career in medicine.
There was a time where there weren't doctors that looked like me. They didn't necessarily get afforded the opportunity to pursue something like this. I'm Dr. Fawn, nice to meet you. How's it going? Good. What's going on? What brings you into clinic today? My parents are immigrants. Both of my parents own a small donut shop in the Inland Empire. I am first generation and the first doctor in my family. I remember going to the doctor when I was younger. Everything was always happening so quickly. If they tell you to take this medicine, you take that medicine. The healthcare system is really confusing, and it's a really scary space for patients to be vulnerable in. It's important to have doctors who represent and reflect the people in the community so they can make that connection.
Our medical students chose UCR School of Medicine because they are passionate about the mission and passionate about serving underserved populations. And it is exactly what our mission calls us to do. The UCR School of Medicine was created to train new doctors who would help address the physician shortage and increase access to health care by serving as physicians in the Inland Empire.
There's so few doctors in the Inland Empire already, and they're pushed to engage in this system that's not as supportive as it could be because it's so resource limited.
We need more medical providers out here in Riverside, in the Inland Empire, because those disparities still exist, and the patients who are out here are still suffering. Riverside County and the Inland Empire have one of the nation's largest percent of veterans. They suffer the same types of disparities, even more so to a higher degree, because there's only one facility that they can receive their health care at. I needed to position myself in a place where I would be able to best support the veteran population through primary care. And the UCR School of Medicine and its mission is correcting that problem. They're closing that gap.
It's important to have doctors with this mission who value caring for their patients. For those moments where they aren't necessarily strong enough to be there for themselves, and build them back up to the place where they can eventually advocate for themselves.
Being a veteran, caring for veterans, just by the virtue of who I am, have a immediate, deeply embedded trust in me as their care provider, simply because I, as a veteran, must understand their health needs. When I learned that I was accepted for the Mission Scholarship, there was an absolute wave of relief. This was no longer a dream, but it was a reality. I wasn't just going to become a doctor, but I was going to actually achieve my purpose. If I wasn't able to gain that financial support, I'm not even sure that I would have pursued a career in medicine or attempted to come to medical school at all.
When I received my scholarship, I don't want to say a dream come true, that sounds so cliche, but it really did feel like everything was falling into place because it was this school with this great mission, emphasizing primary care and helping the family system. That was everything I wanted to do, with the added benefit of removing this financial burden.
You are creating opportunity for students to fulfill the mission of the School of Medicine and to continue to practice here in the Inland Empire, to continue in a primary care setting, and close the health disparities that are exquisitely well known for the people who are living here in Riverside and the Inland Empire at large.
The patients in this community have so much need, and it's the same concept. Students trying to go into medicine need that support, and we're adding and adding to this multi-generational system that will support continuing to have doctors that care here and make it something that's sustainable.
I can look back and I see that this scholarship has built inside of me a desperate need to give back, to continue this mission moving forward for the School of Medicine and my own personal mission. And it's because I received this scholarship that I feel this desire, that I feel this desperate need to come back and help in the training of future physicians in the Inland Empire.
I feel really lucky to be a part of UCR and have the support of UCR, because not only has it afforded me the opportunity to be the primary care doctor that I am today, but also get to be with people during really intimate moments in their life, and I get to create a safe space with them. And I feel very honored that I get to be there to do that for people and providing support to a community that needs it.
We will continue to work to raise these critical funds to support their journey. Your donation, big or small, makes a difference and moves us one step closer to fulfilling our mission to improve access to health care in the Inland Empire. Thank you for your support of the Mission Scholarship and the UCR School of Medicine. Working together, we will go far.